Hi YouTube, it's Kathy. Happy Vlogmas. So I'm still feeling pretty sick, but I've decided that I'm going to do a video that's fun anyway because I like to ignore when I'm sick and hope that it'll go away. I decided today to do something that would be easy for me to do because it's not very high energy, and that is discuss a little bit about makeup. I am by no means an expert on makeup, but I really love it as an art form. So I grew up as a theater kid, I've done several shows in the past, and I always enjoyed it when there was really complex, interesting, not human-like makeup. And because of that, I don't really feel confident doing makeup for everyday wear. I don't really wear makeup unless I have to. Mostly this is an excuse for me to just play with the makeup that I have around the house. I also really wanted to do this introduction as the before I showered so you could see what I look like normally and then after, but there was this weird truck on my street that was like sucking up all of the foliage. I'll show you a shot of it. Yeah, so that makes a lot of noise, and it was right outside my window and on my block for quite a long time, so I just showered while it was doing its thing. But I do have a before shot of what I look like. So that happened. So what I'm going to do first is just basically show you what I do if I feel like I have to put on makeup for a special event. I don't actually own cover-up, or whatever it's called. Foundation, that's it. So what I do to conceal these bags under my eyes is I have one of these palettes here, and you're supposed to use this like flesh tone as a primer or a base for your eyelids when you're doing eyeshadow. And I say screw that, and I just use it as the under eye concealer.
So I realized while setting up for this video that I don't actually own any handheld mirrors, and I went so far as to go around my apartment finding things that were reflective, trying to figure out if they would work as a mirror. So the back of flasks, which just distorts your face, the inside of my Clerks animated series lunch kit, not reflective enough for me to see clearly, so I'm just gonna have to use my phone as a mirror.
See, it's not perfect, but I'm not going for perfect. I still really like looking like a human. I really like to use purple eyeshadows because apparently they go well with green eyes. Usually I don't bother with eyeliner, especially if I'm just doing this for like a job interview where I want it to be really, really subtle. What always makes me feel like I look like myself, but better, is mascara. And this is pretty much all I would do. If I were doing, say, my Kodak's cosplay, that calls for red lipstick, so I would put on some red lipstick. I only own one. Now, if I were deciding to do eyeliner, what I would do is just take my eyeliner
and then you would do the upper and then the same on the other eye.
You can kind of see the difference. This one just kind of highlights the eye better than this one. Something that I have grown to love is baby wipes. You could get makeup wipes. They're like 20 gajillion times more expensive, and they do basically the same thing as baby wipes. And this is my very low-tech split screen of what makeup does to me. The makeup that I really enjoy though, and that I don't have much practice in doing and wish that I did, was the type of makeup that is really more art than makeup. Alright, I've completely washed off my face, so I'm back to ground zero, if you will. And what I'm going to do now is just play with all the makeup I own, which again is not much. I have some eyeshadows, and then I have some unconventional things that I've used for makeup in the past. This requires something I don't usually do, which is putting my hair in a ponytail so I don't get makeup all over it. So one of the projects I did over the summer was Gishwish, which is greatest international scavenger hunt this world has ever seen. One of the categories let you kind of decide how the world was going to end based on 4 different points, and I chose Big Freeze, and I'll show you what I look like. Yeah, that was a good couple hours of painting pretty much my entire body. But I still have all of those materials left over, so I figure I will do something with them now.
So I haven't pre-planned this in advance, so I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm just gonna play and see what happens.
using a similar painted on kind of style, and I had to go to a masquerade ball but couldn't find a masquerade mask, so I just painted a mask across my face and it worked out. Random eyeshadow that I got at the dollar store, let's be honest. I do not spend money on makeup because I do things like this with it. To a good start. We've got the lips different colored. What I'm going to do is do some highlights on the opposite sides with the opposite colors, and all I'm going to use for that, since it is a little bit more detailed, is a Q-tip. That I just decided to do is that I'm going to use a completely different color where my eyes are, so I'm going to step away from the acrylics that I'm using. I'm going to choose something from the other eyeshadows that I own. And that's basically the look that I've done on the fly. I could wear this to something like a masquerade or a mask party. It'd be totally fine. And then I wouldn't have to worry about losing my mask or taking off my mask to have a beverage. I would be down with that. If you like this style of video and you want me to do more, let me know down in the comments below. If you just liked the video in general, give me a like. Share this if you have a friend who also just likes to do weird things with their face. And of course, if you want to see more videos from me, you can always subscribe. Happy Vlogmas.